Hi there and welcome to Focus on Frisco. It is a beautiful summer high country day. We've got a great show ahead of us. We've got Chief Wickman coming to talk about some of the new stop signs you're going to find in and around town, and Nora Gilbertson to talk about not only the rest of the summer activities, but all the way into fall. Stay with us right here on Focus on Frisco on SCTV 10. Hi there and welcome back to Focus on Frisco. I'm Shannon Fallon, and of course I have with me Chief Wickman. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you for joining on this gorgeous day.
Absolutely.
Feels like summer again, so we got that going for us.
Hopefully.
Thought we were skipping it this year.
Yeah.
Again. So as we saw summer come into the town, we saw a lot of changes, not only on Main Street, but what we're going to talk about today is some of the stop signs that have been put in and around the town.
Yes.
There are 2 new locations, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And why don't you give me the locations and then we'll talk a little bit about why.
Well, we have one at Madison and Creekside.
Creekside, right.
And then Creekside down to Miners Creek. Those
Okay.
2 areas. And we've added quite a bit of hardware down there to get people to slow down.
Yes, we've seen, if you haven't driven those, and most of you I'm assuming have, there are signs in the middle that say, please slow down,
Yes.
and most of them last the weekend. Sometimes we see them tossed to the side of the road halfway
Yes.
through the weekend,
Yes.
but everybody's been great about putting them back. Why? Why did you guys start doing those 2 locations specifically, and is it something that we're going to see more of as we start to make our way through the town?
Well, we might see more of it, but it came to us through the HOA, Homeowners Association, and we met with our president, and there was a lot of concern about the safety of the children, and so we put our heads together, met a number of times, and decided to do this. Like I said, added the 4-way stop at Madison and Creekside, and then Creekside and Miners Creek 4-way stop.
Okay.
We also added a painted white stripe there for the bicyclists to differentiate the street and the pan from the sidewalk.
Okay.
So those are things that we did. And then the please slow down signs we have over here on 2nd as well.
Right.
It's a reminder,
Yeah.
raises the consciousness level of people, hey, slow
does.
down.
You know, the funny thing about the one at Creekside and Miners Creek is I'm so used to the Miners Creek side just having the stop sign, so I'll sit there and sit there and sit there and wait for the people to cross.
That's a good
I
thing.
know, right?
That's
At
a
least
good thing.
So I'm slowly but surely, but it's interesting to see the change because I do live right there, see the change in the way that people are driving, and it happened pretty quickly. I mean, it definitely feels like people are more conscious, and that curve has always scared me, that as
Yes.
you go around Creekside to
Yes.
Miners Creek, even when the white stripes were put in there, it was always a scary spot.
Well, and you know that all speed limits in town of Frisco are 20 miles per hour with the exception of Summit Boulevard. So we have a lot of young kids in town, and
Yeah.
especially, everybody's cooped up all winter. They get out, and we just have to slow down. I mean,
Yeah.
take that extra time. We don't want anybody hurt.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. And so far, have you guys seen a nice change? I mean, I know you're not sitting there monitoring, but I mean, are you noticing the change that people are doing the right thing?
Actually, we did monitor it for 48 hours. Had the assistance of Chief Handschmidt down in Silverthorne, and looked at the average speed, and we looked at it again, and it's down slightly, but I will tell you that it was pretty cooperative from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But perception, fact, but the reality is, we're going to do what our citizens want to make place safer.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. And so far, it seems like so good. And then in terms of, I just want to touch on this briefly, the bike lane that is running on Main Street now, how is that going? That's still very confusing to me, I have to tell you.
Well, the difficulty with motorists is that on Angle Park, they've got to back out, and you've got the bike lane there.
Yeah.
So they have to be looking over their right shoulder, and hopefully the passengers are helping them too. They've got to back out slowly, and of course the bicyclists need to be cognizant of what they're doing.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing that I think whenever we start to talk about the cyclists on Main Street, and it's wonderful whether they're on the street or on the sidewalk, is just the awareness.
Yes.
And the stop signs, and I ask you this every time, cyclists have to stop at stop signs as well, is that correct?
They do in the town of Frisco, but not in the rest of the county.
Okay. All right. So that's always maybe confusing for some of the cyclists, but always something to remember, that as you get to that 4-way stop, say, at 4th and Main, that it is cyclists and motorists' job to stop.
As well as skateboarders and inline skaters, runners, any mode of transportation,
Runners.
please stop.
I like it. Might as well, right? Better
as well.
safe than sorry.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No, I teach my kids, when you get to those four-way stops, you look every single other stopper in the eye before you take off.
No matter how you're moving
Yeah.
about, try to make eye contact, and most times people will wave
Runners.
you through.
I love it.
Well,
I love it.
how about speed walkers?
Yeah. Not bad. They're still moving. It's a mode of transportation.
That's right.
Has it been a good summer? Everybody been pretty safe as a whole?
Yeah, I wanna congratulate the town of Frisco on the barbecue challenge. Incredible event.
Yeah.
4th of July. Couldn't believe the amount of people in the marina, how nice everyone was.
Yeah.
And it's been fantastic. I mean, look where we get to live.
I know.
We're blessed.
I know. We are blessed. And we all have to remember that as we
Yes, we do.
invite everybody into town. It's been great. And I'm sure that you see it certainly more than even we do. But every single year, and it seems like almost every single weekend, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And people are so happy to come in town, and we just need to remember that it's because people come from all over the world.
I imagine you save your entire year to come to Frisco, Colorado,
Yeah.
and Breck
Yeah.
for your vacation, and
Let's
glad
make
to
it
have
fun.
them. Glad to have them here.
Exactly. Let's
Absolutely.
make it fun.
Just stop at the stop sign.
Chief, it's always great to have you on. We look forward to seeing you again soon. You and I were brainstorming a few more topics that we can bring on, so it should be sooner rather than later.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see you soon. We're going to take a quick break here on Focus on Frisco. Thanks for joining us on SCTV 10. Welcome back to Focus on Frisco. Still a beautiful day. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. If you've been in town over, most of July, it's been rainy, so it's nice to see this good change. And of course, nice to see Nora Gilbertson. Always great to see you.
Hello, great to see you.
Thank you. Have you had a good summer?
Oh, it's been a fantastic summer.
Yeah, it's been nice, hasn't it?
Yes.
Between all the activities that have happened in and around Main Street, and again, finally some sun, and it's green, it's beautiful.
Wildflowers everywhere.
Everywhere. I know it. And just on a personal note, they usually don't bloom this late, but it's because everything was so chilly and just got
Yeah.
so wet. And it's gorgeous. Almost any hike you take, you're just going to be blown away by them. It's fun.
It's true.
Yeah. And which is one of the things that we can recommend that our guests and homeowners alike go out and do. Use some of
Yeah.
those beautiful trails that we have in town and get out there and have some fun.
Absolutely.
So have you had a good summer?
It's been a great summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the town has had a good summer. We've had a lot of people in town.
A lot of great events, a lot of people here.
Yeah.
It's been great all around, even with the weather.
I know,
So,
and still more to come, which obviously is what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
So let's start with the beginning of August. There are a few things. Again, we're here in July right now, but between now and then, we've got a few things that are going to be happening toward the beginning of August. But let's talk mid-August and into September.
Yeah.
The first set is Art on Main.
Yeah, we have an art show that's going to be happening August 8th and 9th on Main Street from 7th Avenue to either 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
And this is some phenomenal art. They really bring a lot of the country's top artists here for this art show. It's produced by Howard Allen, who's pretty reputable in the art show industry.
Yeah.
And they line Main Street and have just some wonderful, wonderful things. So even if it's not in your price range, come out
Oh my gosh.
and look around
and
'cause
take a
it's
look.
stunning.
And price range or not, again, to take a look is amazing. And then you can not only maybe find a smaller piece that you love or think about for next year, because this is, gosh, I can't even remember how many years that this Art on Main's been going on.
I think this is its 9th year.
Is it? So, I mean, there is, we hope that they might come back next year.
Oh, they
you can
definitely
you can
will,
start
yes.
to think about that and say, well, that's the type of piece I might want, and you can start budgeting. What do you think of that?
I've always been able to find something
Yeah.
that I can afford there.
Absolutely.
But there's a lot of really big pieces, a lot of sculptures, all kinds of really cool stuff to come out
I mean,
and
it's
check out.
beautiful. It just transforms that whole part of Main Street into this really cool art world.
Yeah, and who doesn't want to go look at art and then go
Yeah.
out to happy hour?
Exactly, which there's so much to do as well. So that's the 8th and 9th
Yes,
of
it
August.
is.
All right, so
Yep.
kind of your second weekend in August. And it lasts throughout the weekend. It always amazes me that the artists are so willing to put their art out into the elements. But they do, and they know how to cover it up, and it's great. And then when everything gets pulled off in the morning, it's just another beautiful day.
It is, it's true.
And along that same weekend, is that the same weekend as the sandcastle contest?
Yeah, so we're letting kids get creative in the morning. So we have a couple different age groups of kids that can come out and meet us all at the Frisco Bay Marina. You can sign up online, and
Any cost to it?
nope, it's free. Free to come. And you come out, you build your best sandcastle. We have a nice little beach down at the marina, and it's going to be judged by the ski patrol dogs.
By the ski patrol dogs?
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, it's the cutest thing ever.
How are they going to judge?
They pick out their favorite.
Gosh. All right. And have they ever done that before? Is this
Yeah,
the
they
first
were
year?
there last
They
year.
were?
Yes, and it was so cute.
You know, I miss this event every year, but wow. So you have to come by just for that. That is fascinating. It's
It
usually a
is.
pretty big turnout, isn't it?
It is. There's about 30 kids out there competing
Yeah.
in teams, and it's really, really great to see what they come up with and how they create their sandcastles and,
Very cool.
and decorate them even. Kids bring decoration, and
Oh,
it's
I
just the
love
cutest
it. Start
thing.
your blueprints now, kids.
Yeah,
And
get
they can
thinking.
sign up on townoffrisco.com.
Exactly,
Okay.
townoffrisco.com.
All right.
Get signed up.
So that is also the weekend of the 8th and 9th. Is it Saturday
It's
or the
going to
Sunday?
be Saturday.
Okay, so it is that Saturday. Put that on the calendar and sign up early. Can you sign up day of?
You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so there's no limit to the number of kids.
Well, there is. We are limited by space, so
Okay.
I suggest signing up early, but you
Okay.
can still sign up day of if there's still room.
All right. Now, one of the big things that happens in the town of Frisco throughout the entire summer is, of course, the concerts here on Main Street on the
Yeah.
Thursday nights. Super fun down at the historic park. And we have a few more weeks of those as well, right?
Yes, those are running every Thursday until August 20th, and we've got a great lineup of bands. Every Thursday there's a different nonprofit who benefits from the beer and wine sales, so you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And it's such a great way to give back to this community, and everyone's out there, tourists, locals.
Oh my
it's just
gosh.
a great time.
It is. It's. Always suggest. What time do they start?
They start at 5:30,
Okay.
5:30 to 7:30. So a lot of people will go to a local restaurant, grab some pizza, and show up with their dinner for the group,
Absolutely.
and then they get
Buy
their beverages
wine,
here.
Exactly. Buy their wine and beer and pop and everything down here,
Mm-hmm.
which of course, again, benefits the nonprofit of the week. And it's so much fun. And you see the kids that have been out of school all summer. You run into the kids see the kids, and everybody. It's so fun.
The kids are all running around dancing like
Yep.
crazy. They have such a blast.
Yeah, and we do recommend that you get there early, get your spot, get everything laid out, and then just sit down and relax for a great weekend and or a great evening. And we've had some really nice Thursday nights.
Yeah, they've been great. They've been packed.
Yeah.
The bands have just been stellar.
Yeah. You guys did a great job this year bringing those music performances in. So that goes through mid-August,
Mm-hmm.
and then I hate to do this. This is not what I want to talk about yet, but Fall Fest. Because summer just started. It just started.
It feels like we're time warping
I know.
here, but it is coming
It
up,
is.
and it's going to be a great event again this year. We have started doing the Summit County Arts Council Meet the Artist art show for the last couple years, so you can come, and this is really, really great local regional art and pretty affordable as well. So if you're looking to start your collection, this is a great place to do it.
And how cool to do it with somebody who's local.
Yeah.
I mean, then you can have that
Exactly.
piece and people say, wow, where'd you get that? And you say, oh, it was a local artist.
Exactly, and who doesn't like supporting our local
And
artists?
that's
It's
it.
really important to do.
Yeah.
And on that note, we also have added the Flavors of Frisco component, and that is our local restaurants come out
That
and
started
have
last year.
samplings of their food at a pretty reasonable price, so you can come taste different things and then decide where you want to go out to dinner later.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And that is the weekend of September.
September 12th.
Okay. All right.
September 12th is Meet the Artist and Flavors of Frisco.
Okay.
September 13th is just Meet the Artist. And we have a new location this year.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes, there's going to be Main Street construction, so we are relocating down to the Frisco Bay Marina, which
What a great
is
idea.
just a stunning setting. So
Absolutely.
who doesn't want to be spending as much time out at
Oh
the
my
marina as
gosh.
you possibly
What a
can?
great idea.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, so these are lots of things that you need to put on your calendar for the upcoming months. Nora, as always, you guys have done such a great job bringing people into the town. It's been a lot of fun to see everything grow. I don't think you and I have talked since barbecue, but it was huge.
Yes.
It was huge, and then the 4th of July was huge.
Also huge,
And
yes.
it's just been so much fun. So tell your friends and neighbors, come up to Frisco.
It's a great time.
It is. It is. Well, good. So again, just to recap, we're looking at August 8th and 9th.
Art on Main.
Yep. August.
8th is Sandcastle competition.
Okay.
August through Thursday nights through August 20th are concerts in the park, and then we have Fall Fest September 12th.
Can't believe we're talking about Fall Fest already. All right, but put it on the calendar. But just know it's a ways away. Don't worry about
You got
that.
plenty of time to plan your trip up here.
Exactly. All right, thanks everybody for joining us. Certainly on behalf of the town of Frisco and Chief Wickman and Nora Gilbertson and everybody that worked together to make it happen today. Thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.